What is up, Nashville, Tennessee? Thank you all so much for coming out to the weigh-in. How about a hand for our Octagon girls, Chrissy Blair and Vanessa Hansen, the greatest matchmaker in the world right there, Joe Silva, our COO, Lauren Epstein, his son Joe is with us, and my man Dean bringing up the rear. All right, let's get it started now with the UFC Fight Pass prelims at UFCFightPass.com. First up, in the lightweight division, Anthony Christodoulou versus Scott Hot Sauce Holtzman. 155.5 for Scott Holtzman. And his opponent is Anthony Christodoulou. For Anthony Christodoulou. All right, our next UFC Fight Pass prelim is in the bantamweight division. Marlon Chito Vera versus Roman El Galito Salazar. 135 for Roman Salazar. And his opponent, please welcome Marlon Vera. And a hook for Chito Vera. All right, moving on now to the light heavyweight division. Chris Dempsey versus Jonathan Johnny Bravo Wilson. First fighter to the scale, making his UFC debut, Jonathan Wilson. 5 for Johnny Bravo. And his opponent, Chris Dempsey. For Chris Dempsey. And now we get to the Fox Sports 2 UFC Fight Night prelims. First up in the bantamweight division, Frankie Saenz versus Sir Juan Zohan Kakai. For Sir Juan Kakai. And his opponent, currently ranked number 14 in the world, Frankie Saenz. For Frankie Saenz. All right, our next prelim is in the flyweight division. Dustin Ortiz versus Willie Whoop-Ass Gates. 126 for Willie Gates. And his opponent, Franklin, Tennessee's own number 11 in the world. Please welcome Dustin Ortiz. $125.5 for Dustin Ortiz. All right, our next prelim is in the middleweight division. Chris Camozzi versus Tom Kong Watson. $185 for Tom Watson. And his opponent making his 14th UFC appearance, Chris Camozzi. $185.5 for Chris Camozzi. While we stay in the middleweight division for our featured prelim of the evening, Uriah Primetime Hall versus Olawale, the Holy War Angel Bamboche. $184.5 for Olawale Bamboche. And his opponent, please welcome Uriah Hall. $185.5 for Uriah Hall. All right, that brings us to the main card for Fox Sports 1 UFC Fight Night. First up in the flyweight division, Rey the Taz Mexican Devil Ford versus Gian La Pulga Herrera. $126 for Gian Herrera. And his opponent is the number 14 ranked flyweight in the world, Ray Borg. $126 3/4 for Ray Borg. He has 1 hour from right now to cut the final 3/4 of a pound. Our next bout is in the bantamweight division. Sarah McMahon versus Amanda the Lioness Nunes. $136 for Amanda Nunes. And her opponent, currently ranked number 4 in the world, Sarah McMahon. $136.5 for Sarah McMahon. All right, moving on now to the heavyweight division. Jared the Big Show Rochel versus Tim Johnson. On the nose for Tim Johnson. And his opponent, please welcome Jared Rochel. For Jared Rochel. And that brings us to a feature bout in the middleweight division. Derek Brunson versus Smiling Sam Alvey. For Sam Alvey. And his opponent, ranked number 15 in the world, Derek Brunson. to the co-main event in the lightweight division. Michael the Menace Johnson versus Beneil Dariush. $156 for Beneil Dariush. And his opponent, ranked number 5 in the world, Michael the Menace Johnson. $155.5 for Michael Johnson. All right, now it is time to take a closer look at the two men on the marquee. They share the spotlight for tomorrow night's light heavyweight main event. Take a look.
If someone would have told me a year ago I'd be headlining a fight in Nashville, Tennessee, I would have told them you're crazy. But, you know, everything happened for a reason, and, you know, I was meant to be here.
Ovince St. Preux is a real contender. Ovince is finally getting the whole mixed martial arts game tuned in now. And we're seeing some spectacular results. He has knocked out Mauricio Shogun Hua with one punch. Shogun got caught! And then knocked out Pat Cummins in an equally impressive fight after that. He's a guy to keep an eye on, because if he continues to improve at the rate we're seeing, you're looking at a guy who could easily be challenging for the title in a year or two. For Ovince St. Preux, this is an opportunity to fight a guy in Glover Teixeira that took the champ to 5 rounds, that has a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, that has nasty knockout power in his punches, that has vicious submissions. He's taking it all over! For Glover Teixeira, if he can beat Ovince St. Preux, puts himself right back in the mix.
I'm focused, man. I want to get in the top of my game again. My whole life is this right now. It's the different Glover Teixeira.
I feel like I got everything working, you know, for me. Glover got a lot of things working against him. With every fight, I'm getting better and better. I can knock out practically anybody you put in front of me.
I'm hungry, man. I want this win more than ever. There's a champ inside me. There's a war inside me. I'm going to push and pressure this guy and knock him out.
First fighter to the scale, a volunteer for life, Ovince St. Preux. 206 for Ovince St. Preux. And his opponent is the former world title challenger, Glover Teixeira. And a half for Glover Teixeira. All right, that makes it official, folks. Thank you all so much for coming out to the official weigh-in. We will see you right back here for the fights tomorrow night.